Hello, all you pro wrestling marks and proud. Welcome to Calling Spots with Bryan Kelly. That's me, Bryan Kelly. And it is Monday. We got Raw tonight, which is awesome. Starts off a good week of wrestling with Ring of Honor from last night, episode 335. Ring of Honor has a new subscription type service called Honor Club. I wonder where they got that from. And it's pretty cool. I signed up for it today. Today was the first day you could sign up for the service, and I signed up for it. Watched some old matches. Watched this episode here on the app. Everything looks great. You get 50% off the pay-per-views for the month as long as you watch them on the Ring of Honor app or device. So you can't order it through your cable and get 50% off or whatever. But everything was really cool. I really enjoyed it. We had Ring of Honor 335 from Atlanta. I believe they're still filming out there. And at first, I had missed the first minute of it, but I rewatched it on the app because my cable didn't record it. So I rewatched it on the app, and it was Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels before were known as The Addiction. But with this addition of Scorpio Sky, they're now called SoCal Uncensored, which is a badass name. So they opened the show in a backstage promo saying, hey man, young Hung Bucks, because the Young Bucks with Hangman Page are the Hung Bucks. Hung Bucks, we're taking your titles tonight because we have a title match. And then we cut to the Hung Bucks doing a promo and saying, I don't think so. I didn't get the whole gist of it, to be honest with you, but that was basically it. After that, we get Flip Rodriguez out to the ring. We get the entrance of Flip Rodriguez, who's been doing some really good work lately. I want to see a heel Flip Rodriguez. I tweeted that to him, and he tweeted me back and said, make sure you're watching Beyond Wrestling. So maybe he's evil flipping Beyond Wrestling. I'm going to have to check out Beyond Wrestling and pull it up and find their subscription service and check that out. But check out Beyond Wrestling. You'll see some evil Flip Gordon, I guess. And then after that, we get Jay Lethal's entrance, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He's on one of my lists that I'm going to be doing some lists here right around, I don't know, probably the week or two before Mania. Try and get more people watching this and viewing this. I don't have any subscribers at this point, except for 2, I think. So if maybe you're watching this in the future and there's thousands of people who watch this, and that'd be so awesome. But right now it's just me and a couple other people, and it's kind of depressing. Not really. I'm fine. Anyways, I'm fine. Jay Lethal comes out, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He's on my list. That all goes back to me saying I'm going to put out a couple list videos later, right around WrestleMania, maybe before. And we got Colt Cabana and Ian Riccaboni on commentary. Jay Lethal and Flip Rodriguez are going to wrestle a little bit, I guess. I don't know what for. There was no kind of lead up to it. Just they're going to wrestle. They started off really fast-paced, kind of that catch thing where they go back and forth, a little Ospreay Ricochet-ish, not as extravagant, not as precise either, but Flip's new and he's doing really good stuff. He's working with an edge right now where before, like 3 months ago or so, 4 months ago, if you watched Flip wrestle, he had almost a pristine thing to everything he did. It was very clean, and now he's like wrestling with an edge and wrestling with some. It's really good. I'm telling you, he's gonna be something special in the industry. I love Ring of Honor, and I wish them all the success and future financial security in the world. If for no other reason to fix the aesthetic of that place and how they film it, because those loud ass barricades that the fans bang on that are literally made of sheet metal. I've seen them come off the railings before. Come on, guys, buy some padded railing covers and put them on there with Ring of Honor written all over them. Oh my gosh, it's literally like tin fucking zip tied to the goddamn thing. You guys make enough money to buy some padding for those boys. Anyways, they got thrown into those a couple of times. That's what led me to that. Great back and forth. Very flippy. Flip did some great stuff off of the turnbuckle outside of the ring. Couple of, not sunsets. What are they called? I lost my train of thought at the moment. Back splashes, whatever you want to call them. Forearm shiver standoff in the ring where they both just kind of forearm each other in the fucking face as hard as they can. I love it when they do that. Lethal removes his pads because he's going to take on this shit now. And then they start going after the forearms. Brutal. Good stuff. Flip takes a botch into the ropes. It looked like it was on purpose. But Jay's standing behind him, and he runs like this into the ropes and then kind of slips. And Jay grabs him and takes advantage of it and runs in, hits a lethal injection for the pin. I'm pretty sure that's how that was supposed to go, but it looked botchy as fuck. But I think that's the way it was supposed to go. So after that, Colt's up on the ramp, and he stops Jay Lethal. And he says, hey, man, it was just announced for the March 9th pay-per-view, the Ring of Honor 16th anniversary pay-per-view, that Jay Lethal is going to be taking on Dalton Castle for the Ring of Honor World Championship. And as he starts to say, so what do you think about that, Jay? Marty Scurll comes running out of the back going, whoa, 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 whoa. Who's making all these decisions about these title matches? Why does he get another title match? And I got this great still. It's on my personal Twitter or my personal Instagram, which is X the Bryan Kelly X, where it's Colt Cabana and Marty's like leaning into him and he's going, oh, these guys like hand like this, clutching his pearls. It's very funny. And Marty comes out and says, who's making the decisions? This is ridiculous. I'll tell you what, Jay Lethal, I already beat you at Final Battle. So if you beat Dalton Castle, I want first dibs on a title shot. And Jay Lethal says, yeah, that's cool, man, whatever, and walks off. I'm paraphrasing, of course, as usual, I should say. Then we get a commercial. Then we come back from the commercial for a Women of Honor video package showcasing Brandi Rhodes and Karen Q, where they go back and forth. And Brandi kind of says, I like Karen Q. I don't know why she has a problem with me. And Karen Q's kind of playing the Healy role in this. And then they go back and forth about that. And then we come back to the arena, and Karen Q comes out first. And then Brandi Rhodes comes out after that, and we're going to have Karen versus Brandi for the Women of Honor tournament bracket. I think this is still the first round, so this is still part of the first round. This might be the final match. Nope. I don't know what round. I know it's the first round. I'm not sure which match it is. So we're going to get Brandi Rhodes versus Karen. Karen jumps Brandi as soon as Brandi jumps up on the rope to kind of do her posing thing. Karen jumped her. Karen is really good. Karen Q, this is probably the second Karen Q match I've seen. And I was impressed by the first one, but I was really impressed by this one because Brandi, and I wish her all the best. I want her to continue to do it. I hope she sticks with it and really gets good. Charlotte good. I long for her to be awesome. But right now she's really, really green and looks like, she's struggling in there to know kind of her timing and where she's supposed to be. And Karen carried that match and made it look great. She does this awesome thing where she stands up on the top rope with her left leg kind of cocked under her and uses her right leg to kind of push the face of her opponent into the turnbuckle. It's kind of like an Asian fighting stance, but on the top rope. Badass. And then she screams while she does it. Really cool stuff. Roll out backflip onto Brandi was really cool. She did this roll out kind of backflip thing that I see a lot of guys do, but the way she did it, Karen did it, was really smooth and crisp, and it looked really, really good. I'm really shocked that it took Ring of Honor this long to give a woman's title to their division. I don't know how long they've kind of flirted with having women in Ring of Honor. I don't know that much about the history, but 16 years? Wow, dude, 16 years and you guys are finally catching up to women's wrestling? How come fans never give Ring of Honor shit for that? I always see YouTube videos and podcasts and hear fans and podcasters talk about, oh, the creative in Ring of Honor, and they're pushing this guy too much, and we'll get to that later, and they're pushing that guy too much, and all of these things. I never see anybody taking Ring of Honor or New Japan to task for not having a women's division forever or not giving them a title. New Japan at least has a title, I believe, but women still aren't on the shows very much at all. So, I don't know. I think WWE has a lot more to offer than people give them credit for, personally. But anyways, like I said here, Brandy, she isn't great. She needs work. Hopefully she sticks with it. I'm sure Sasha Banks was horrible her first 100 matches too. It's a thing that it's timing and muscle memory and that kind of thing. And she'll get there, man. She's got great character work. And I think it'll be good. Brandy fakes an ankle injury in the ring. She goes up to the second rope and hops over Karen. And when she hops over Karen, she comes down and she clutches at her left ankle like she's legit hurt. So Karen's like, what the hell? And the ref's like, you can't, you got to let her, hold on. And Karen kind of pushes the ref out of the way and goes after Brandy. And Brandy rolls her up for the pin. I couldn't believe it. Karen Q is way better of a wrestler. And wow, I just couldn't believe it. But I guess this is how people feel about Roman and about other people that I don't feel that way about. So I get it. She'll bring eyeballs to the thing and all that stuff. But yeah, so Brandy Rhodes goes over Karen Q and will advance to meet whoever wins between Tenelle Dashwood and I don't know who her opponent is, but I know she's in the first round too. So this tournament, and I'll say it again as a prophecy, if you will, this women's tournament is going to come down to Kelly Klein and Tenelle Dashwood. That's all there is to it. I don't know who they're going to give it to, but all these women are just lining up for Tenelle Dashwood and Kelly Klein. See if I'm wrong. Dalton Castle backstage starts to promo with the boys behind him, and Marty interrupts and says, hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it seems like a good time. You're in such a good mood handing out all these championship matches to everyone. I'll tell you what. You remember my debut match here? The boys, you remember my debut match here? You were there. I remember. Who did I beat in that match? Who did I beat my first match here? Oh, that's right. And Dalton goes, it was me. It was me. Oh, you remember? Yes, I get kicked in the head a lot, but not that much. I remember. He goes, all right, well, why don't we do this? If you get by Jay Lethal with your championship, I get to be the next challenger. And Dalton Castle goes, I don't think you know what you're asking. And Marty responds, it's so funny. Marty responds, wait a minute. I'm reading the wrong thing. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Marty responds, because I want to get this right, because I don't know why he said it. He goes, if you go by Jay Lethal, I'm the next challenger. And Dalton goes, I don't think you know exactly what you're asking for. And Marty kind of looks away and goes, I'm not doing this with you. Just think about it. And walked away. I don't know why he said that, but it was really funny the way he did it. Because Dalton kind of leaned in and goes, I don't think you know what you're asking for. And he goes, I'm not doing this with you. Just think about it. And walked away. It was great. So it looks like Marty Scurll is going to get a title shot whether Jay Lethal wins at the Ring of Honor anniversary show or Jay Lethal or Dalton Castle, if I already said that. I'm sorry. I'm a little confused here by my notes. I didn't make them larger, so they're a little harder to read for me. Okay, so after that, we get SoCal Uncensored coming out for their title match against the Hung Bucks, which consist of Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page, who in my opinion is the best wrestler in the Bullet Club. So, it was a good match. There was lots of back and forth. You've seen the Young Bucks do what the Young Bucks do. So me sitting here and going, hey, they did the spot where Nick, flips over the rope and then flips off of the apron onto the guy. And hey, they did the spot where Matt kicked a guy in the head and meet at the apron, where they run along the side. They did all of those things. It was a good match, a good back and forth match. Here's how it ended. And this is, this will end the pod a little early because I didn't go into that much of Ring of Honor detail-wise. And to be honest, it was a really short show. I mean, it was an hour long, but it seemed like the Young Bucks SoCal match kind of went on and on. Watch it for yourself. You can see for yourself what it is. So here's the ending. Matt Jackson has Christopher Daniels in like the sharpshooter thing in the ring, trying to get Christopher Daniels to tap. Todd Phillips is laying there in front of Christopher Daniels going, come on, do you tap? Do you tap? And as he's doing that, as Christopher Daniels is getting ready to tap, Frankie Kazarian from the outside of the ring, because action has spilled out all over, grabs Todd Phillips and pulls him out of the ring. As Todd Phillips is going, what the hell did you do that for, Frankie? Christopher Daniels is tapping. And Scorpio Sky, the other member of SoCal Uncensored, comes into the ring with the championship belt, the 6-man tag team championship belt, and clocks Matt Jackson in the face with it. Matt's out. Christopher Daniels kind of rolls over on top of him. Todd Phillips realizes that there's a pin attempt, so he rolls back in the ring. 1, 2, 3. New Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions, SoCal Uncensored. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. So the fans, who are all there for the Bucks apparently, and Bullet Club, which we'll get into, are just beside themselves. It's like when Brock Lesnar lost at WrestleMania. Watch it back. People are legitimately like, but the Bullet Club lost. The Bullet Club's not supposed to lose. I wore my shirt. Why did they lose? Hit Bully Ray's music. And for a guy who retired twice, he sure does show up a lot. Bully Ray comes out and goes, hey man, I've watched every match of you guys. I've been sitting in the back. I've watched all your matches. I've watched you guys hit him with the title. I've watched him pull Todd Phillips out of the ring. And there's something missing here in Ring of Honor, and it's honor. We don't have honor anymore. Blah, 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 blah. I just got off the phone with Jeff Koff. I think that's his name. The COO of Ring of Honor. And he told me, Bully, do whatever you have to do to make it right. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. So he said, how about we restart this match? To a huge pop. And Frankie and SoCal Unlimited or Uncensored, Unlimited might be a better word, a better team name, are going, no, you can't do that. And he's like, I'm not doing it. We're going to make a decision. Oh, you mean the 300 Bullet Club fans in the audience? All right. Should we restart this match? Well, of course you should restart this match. Restart the match. The bell rings. They turn around. Super kick. Meltzer driver. Win. Literally 30 more seconds of the match. and the Bucks get to keep their titles, or the Bullet Club gets to keep their titles, and the fans pop huge and love it, and they get to high five each other and too sweet each other. Yeah, we're in the Bullet Club. No, you're not. You bought a shirt. Yeah, our boys won. I think that's bullshit. The Bullet Club haven't. Oh, dude. All right. I'm not going to get into my shit with the Bullet Club. I'm not saying I hate them. I'm not saying they're bad at anything they do in any way. But you talk about protected fucking dudes. Are you kidding me? You're going to bitch and moan about Roman Reigns when these guys can literally piss all over every single fucking wrestler that they work against and nobody says shit? As I said in a previous video, anybody remember Christopher Daniels fucking busting his ass for 15 years in this company since the very first show, finally winning the world title, and his next defense against Cody Rhodes, you guys booed him out of the fucking building because you wanted your Bullet Club boy to win? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. Ugh, I can't stand it. So, crowd went home happy. Bullet Club kept their fucking titles. And all the Bullet Club fans in the crowd can too sweet and high-five each other and pretend that they're in the Bullet Club. Drives me fucking crazy. I'll make a video one day of my problem with Bullet Club. And it's not with Bullet Club. It's with the American version of Bullet Club. I got no problem with those dudes in New Japan. Those dudes in New Japan are badasses. I like everything they're doing. But I have some problems with Cody Rhodes, the Bucks, and that's pretty much it. Just Cody and the Bucks. Hangman's phenomenal. He's the best. That dude has the best moonsault to the outside from the top turnbuckle that I've ever seen in wrestling, period. There is nobody that hits that like he does. He is an amazing, amazing talent, and he should be in WWE right fucking now, or at least Ring of Honor World Champion right fucking now. He's amazing. I have no issues with him. I have no issues with Marty Scurll, other than Marty didn't need the Bullet Club. I would have loved to have seen Marty was one of the few guys that was really building his own thing without the Bullet Club, and then he joined them, so now it's all kind of, incestuous. You don't know, is he popular because of the Bullet Club, or is the Bullet Club more popular because of him, or what's going on? Maybe they just help each other out. I don't know. But he was one guy that I really wanted to see do his own thing in the independents. But I got no issue with him. I think he's great. It's mainly just Cody and the Bucks, and it's mainly just things that they've said in the past and the way that they kind of treat other talent. I'm not a big fan of. But that's my own percadellos, whatever that word is. And I'm not a wrestler, so it's none of my fucking business. My job is to just talk to you guys about what I saw on TV and what I think about what I saw on TV. And it was a good show overall. I just think it sucks that SoCal Uncensored didn't get to keep those titles. That was intriguing. As soon as they won, I was like, whoa, this is what happened? This is crazy. And then Bully comes out and I was like, oh, as soon as his music hit, I went, oh, of course. I know exactly what this is about to be. And I was absolutely right. Getting predictable there, Ring of Honor. So anyways, at least when it comes to the Bullet Club, you are. So anyway, that was Ring of Honor, episode 335 from Georgia, I believe. We got Raw tonight, which will be awesome. Ring of Honor next week is going to be awesome. We got a pay-per-view. The Ring of Honor anniversary show is coming up on the 3rd of March. I'm going to do a show for that as well. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Raw. Never be ashamed to be a pro wrestling mark. I'm not. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.